About a month ago, I made a small mod making Emerald Coast look like if it was in the style of Sonic Adventure if it released on the Sega Saturn rather than the Dreamcast. And a lot of y'all really loved that video and the mod reaching best of the month on Game Banana. And I quickly just want to say thank you all so much for the support on the mod despite how small it is. And y'all loved it so much that y'all kept asking for me to make it the whole game. And I contemplated it for a bit because I knew it would be a big undertaking, but I won't lie when I said I wasn't interested, because I am. And after like a week of considering it, I decided I will do my best to try and turn the whole game into a Sega Saturn game. In this video, we'll be covering my process of making the levels of Speed Highway, Red Mountain, and Lost World. And I will eventually finish all of the levels, but this video will be covering these three. And before the video starts, I want to make it abundantly clear that I am not turning this game into an actual Sega Saturn game. This is purely an aesthetic change for Sonic Adventure. A lot of people were genuinely confused in the last video, thought it was obvious, but clearly it was not. So I just have to clarify it here. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off with kind of an explanation of why I chose these stages specifically, and why I chose to omit some stages from this video. Windy Valley has been fucking done to death already. The auto demo stage already exists, so I feel like trying to turn that level into a Saturn-ish level would be kind of redundant because that stage already nails it down perfectly. Twinkle Park also already nails it down to a T, so I feel like my changes would be pretty minimal. Ice Cap, Final Egg, and Sky Deck couldn't make it to the time constraints, and I wanted to choose levels that I felt like were the most deserving. So with that explanation out of the way, let's get into the actual changes I made. Starting off with the HUD. Yeah, I actually decided to make my own HUD, and for this one, I just took the font and the time counter and the ring counter from Sonic 3D Blast Saturn special stages, and I really like how they turned out. It feels way more stylish. Now for real, the first stage I want to talk about is Emerald Coast actually. Quickly, I want to talk about some changes I made, because I did make the biggest criticism I got from my last video was that the textures on the Saturn were way more pixelated rather than blurry like the Nintendo 64, so I went back and I pixelated every single texture in the stage, and honestly, I really like how it looks. I also made the water a bit more vibrant, and one more thing, which applies to kind of all of the levels, I finally found out how to edit the draw distance. You have to go into the Adventure Mod Manager, go into Game Configurations, and then turn down the detail level to the lowest. Okay, now we can actually get into the new stuff, starting with Speed Highway, and oh my lord. This stage was probably the hardest stage for me to make. There was just so much in this level. The second act of the stage, at dawn, is basically a completely different level because the vibe is so different. So I'm basically doing the work of two stages for the one. But I think this is probably my favorite stage in terms of how it came out so far. For the textures I used a mix of my own original made textures with a mix of the Sonic R Radical Highway textures. You can see the textures like the checkerboard and the golden guardrails, which give the level a bit more of a vibrant look. And I also put some nice little new images on the billboards, and if you know what they are, that's, you know, a little Easter egg hunt for y'all. The original texture that I made was the skybox. I really wanted this level to feel a bit more, I wouldn't say cartoonish, more like Sonic R, if that makes any sense. I couldn't find any backgrounds that really suited the style I was looking for, so I decided to just say fuck it and drew it myself. And honestly, I really like how it came out. Something that I also found out how to do was change the lighting using this tool called PL Editor. Now you may be asking me, what is a PL Editor? Well, don't worry, I'ma teach you. So basically, PL stands for palette lighting, which is the lighting technique that Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast used for its lantern engine. And the lighting is split up into three categories: level and object lighting, character lighting, and then special lighting. And the lighting is controlled by these gradients. So let's take it for example, Speed Highway. For this remake, I wanted it to have a bit more of a blue undertone. So here's how the lighting setup looks like. It did take a bit of experimenting to get to how I wanted it to look, and it will take a bit of experimenting to get to how you want it to look depending on your level. But when you are done, you export it with the same name as the PL file for your level. You want to drag it into the mods folder, and then boom, you have a new lighting for the level. And part 2, going down the skyscrapers, was more of the same. It reuses most, if not all, of the textures from the first part, but the real challenge came from when we got to At Dawn. It was basically a whole new level. Some textures could be carried over, but not all of them. But here I really wanted to feel a bit more rustic, if that makes any sense. The city was way cleaner and pristine, and the bottom is way more urban and dirty. And I tried my best to make the textures reflect that. But I did want the town square to be a bit nicer, so I added some clean marble to the floors and the walls in some areas. And I gave the lighting a much stronger sunset look than the original. And after that, Speed Highway was finally complete. It was a challenge, and it took the longest to complete, but it was really fun. The only thing I wish I could have done was make the textures right here actually light up like the Dreamcast version. I do not know why it's not working. I thought I had it working, but if somebody who is better at modding this game than me help me out, please, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, that's how the level came out, and I really like it. Up next is Red Mountain, and I took Red Mountain to the absolute literal sense. All of the mountain walls I have changed to be a deep red with checkerboard dirt that classic Sonic is synonymous for. And on that note, something I wanted to avoid was the overuse of that texture. I feel like there's a notion or like this kind of like rule that if you want to make classic Sonic, just spam the checkerboard when that really isn't the case. I tried my best to only use it when necessary. For this level, I used a lot of extreme textures because somehow I was able to find a texture sheet from Sonic Extreme, and especially with how tech heavy and industrial this level is, it fit perfectly. For the grass, I went for a more Sonic 2 vibe with the stripes, and holy crap, I finally get it. It actually makes the grass look cut, which I never really clocked until just now. And for the skybox, again, I drew it myself, and overall, I just wanted the lighting of the level to take place during sunset rather than midday, and honestly, I really like it. I like it more than the original. Moving forward now, we get into the cave, and here I wanted to get the idea of this is hell that the original kind of tries to do, but have it really like push that aesthetic. So I made everything like bright red. I changed the lighting to be like a really lava cave aesthetic, and overall just made the level brighter. And honestly, I really messed with the overall look. Finally, we have Lost World, and I was really excited to do this one because I barely see any mods for it, and I was pleasantly surprised when I started working on it that it was the quickest level to actually look cool. And for this level, I used textures from Rico Ruins from Sonic Art, and it was quite literally a perfect fit. This one was quite easy because I didn't have to change the skybox or the lighting, it was strictly a texture job, but it was kind of difficult when it got to actually making the object textures, because this level uses a lot of objects. But I was able to push through, and in the end, I really love this. This is probably, you know what, if it wasn't for my love for city levels, this would probably be my favorite. But overall, I really love how this looks. It probably ended up being the most Saturn-esque level of them all. And with that, those are all of the levels that I worked on for this update. And like last time, I have a little scissor reel of all the levels. So without further ado, enjoy.
Sonic Team. Press this switch to raise the water level.
And that is all the levels I have done for Update 2. The Game Banana page will update and y'all can download it in the link in the description. And I just want to say thank y'all so much again for supporting the mod. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a third video making a mod. I'll probably just make a trailer with the final, when the final build is done with all the levels. I'll probably just make a trailer and upload it. But let me know in the comments. Do you guys want me to make a third video covering it, or you just want a trailer? But don't worry, I will finish this eventually. I still have that other level mod for Shadow Gens I want to finish and make a video on that, because I've been working on that for almost a year. Oh, no, wait, oh my, no, like months. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, turn notifications, comment down below. What do you guys think of the mod? You guys like how it's coming along? Do you have any feedback? Let me know. And tell me what levels you want me to work on next, because I mean, I guess just finish up the mod. I do intend to add more original stuff, like original models, and I want to fix up some old stages once I learn how to actually do it. Again, if you're a modder, please like hit me up in the comments and help me out, please, because I've been trying to get some help, and it's not been successful. But no, I mean that's kind of how modding is now, which is sad, but that's okay. We'll learn. And that's really all to say for today. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Oh, wait, update. I will not be here next week. I'm going to be out of the state, so probably no upload this week. I'll try something. Maybe I'll make a quick video, but who knows. But I'll let y'all know. So, bye!